Sweden just did something no one saw coming, and it's sending shockwaves straight through Moscow. For decades, Russia has relied on its powerful air force to dominate the skies, projecting strength and control across entire regions. But now, a quiet Nordic nation has stepped forward with a fighter jet that could seriously challenge that dominance. Meet the JAS-39 Gripen, a machine that doesn't just compete, it disrupts. Built with cutting-edge stealth features, insane agility, and next-level combat systems, this jet is rewriting the rules of air warfare. And the most surprising part? It comes from a country better known for neutrality than military power. This didn't happen overnight. Back in the late 1970s, Sweden faced a serious problem. Its aging fleet, like the Saab 35 Draken and Saab 37 Viggen, was no longer enough for modern threats. The Swedish Air Force needed something faster, smarter, and far more flexible. But Sweden's strategy was unique. They didn't just want a powerful jet, they wanted one that could survive war in the harshest conditions. That meant operating from short, hidden road runways, sometimes as small as 800 meters long and just 17 meters wide, under the Bas-90 defense system. If enemy forces destroyed major air bases, Swedish jets would still fly. That requirement alone changed everything. Engineers went back to the drawing board. They studied global designs, the American F-16, the FA-18, even the French Mirage 2000. But Sweden made a bold decision: build their own. The result was a revolutionary concept called JAS, short for Yacht, Attack, Spawning, meaning one aircraft capable of air combat, ground strike, and reconnaissance, all in a single mission. No compromises, no limitations, just pure versatility. Behind the scenes, Sweden assembled a powerhouse team. Saab led the charge, joined by Ericsson, Volvo Aero, and other key defense players. Together, they built something lean, smart, and incredibly efficient. The Gripen wasn't designed to be the biggest or most expensive, it was designed to win. With advanced sensors, rapid data sharing, and the ability to adapt in real time, it gives pilots a level of control and awareness that older systems simply can't match. And this is where things get serious. In a real-world conflict, speed isn't everything. Information is. The Gripen connects, communicates, and reacts faster than most aircraft in its class. It can take off from a highway, strike with precision, and disappear before the enemy even understands what happened. That's not just innovation, that's a strategic advantage. So while the world watches the big powers flex their military muscle, Sweden has quietly built a fighter that could tilt the balance. The question is no longer whether the Gripen can compete, it's whether others are ready for what comes next. What Sweden built next was nothing short of revolutionary. The design they settled on was sleek, lightweight, and incredibly advanced, powered by a single engine and built around a deliberately unstable airframe that gave the aircraft unmatched agility. At the heart of it was a cutting-edge fly-by-wire system, constantly correcting the jet in real time to keep it stable while allowing razor-sharp maneuvering. The engine, the RM-12, Sweden's own version of the American GE F404, delivered the perfect balance of power and efficiency. Then came the moment that changed everything. In June 1982, the Swedish government approved a massive 25.7 billion kroner contract, officially launching the program under Saab. 5 prototypes, 30 production jets. It was a bold commitment for a small nation. When it came time to name the aircraft, Sweden turned to the public. The winning name, Gripen, meaning Griffin, perfectly captured its identity: fast, fierce, and impossible to ignore. The first aircraft was unveiled in 1987, marking Saab's 50th anniversary, but the road ahead was anything but smooth. The maiden flight in December 1988 lasted just 51 minutes, and soon after, serious issues emerged. The flight control system, one of the most advanced ever attempted, was unpredictable. In 1989, a crash during landing confirmed the worst fears. The pilot survived, but the program was shaken. Saab refused to back down. They partnered with American experts, tested relentlessly, rewrote the software, and came back stronger. But just as confidence returned, disaster struck again in 1993 during a public air show. Another crash, another narrow escape. It was a brutal reminder that pushing the limits of technology comes at a cost. And yet, Sweden didn't quit. They refined, improved, and pushed forward. By the early 90s, production ramped up.
Dozens of aircraft were ordered, single-seat fighters and two-seat trainers, each iteration more capable than the last. Then came the next leap, the Gripen C and D variants. Built for global operations, NATO compatibility, and extended missions, these jets introduced in-flight refueling, upgraded avionics, and onboard oxygen systems, turning the Gripen into a truly modern multi-role fighter. Tests with Royal Air Force tankers proved it could stay in the fight longer, strike farther, and return safely. By the time deliveries were completed, Sweden had achieved something extraordinary. Despite early crashes, delays, and technical challenges, they created one of the most advanced and cost-effective fighter jets in the world. The Gripen wasn't just agile, it was smart, adaptable, and affordable, and that combination made it incredibly attractive on the global stage. While bigger powers focused on expensive, complex programs, Sweden quietly built a fighter that delivers real combat capability without breaking budgets. Today, the Gripen continues to evolve, proving that Sweden made the right call decades ago. Saab didn't just build a jet, they built a philosophy: smarter design, faster innovation, and complete control. And while countries like Russia showcase headline-grabbing machines like the Su-57, Sweden has taken a different path: quieter, more efficient, but no less powerful. The result? A fighter that doesn't just compete, it challenges the balance of air power itself.
The Gripen didn't just enter the fight, it changed the rules of the fight. This is one of the few fighter jets in the world that can stand toe-to-toe with powerful Russian aircraft, yet costs far less to operate and maintain. And that's exactly what shook the global defense world. For years, air superiority was seen as something only superpowers could afford. Sweden proved that wrong. The Gripen showed that a smaller nation with smarter engineering and sharper strategy could build a jet that's not just competitive, but disruptive. Lightweight, highly maneuverable, and built for multiple roles, it redefined what modern air combat could look like. But here's the twist: Sweden didn't stop there. While the Gripen was spreading across air forces worldwide, Saab was already working in the shadows on something even more advanced. And now, that next step is here: the Gripen E. This isn't just an upgrade, it's a leap forward. Designed to outthink, outmaneuver, and outlast its enemies, the Gripen E brings a completely new level of warfare into the skies. Packed with next-generation electronic warfare systems, advanced sensors, and the ability to operate deep inside hostile environments with minimal support, it's built for the kind of conflicts that define modern battlefields: fast, unpredictable, and information-driven. What makes it truly dangerous is how hard it is to detect. With a significantly reduced radar signature and the ability to supercruise, flying at supersonic speed without afterburners, it can strike fast and stay hidden. But speed and stealth are just the beginning. The real game changer lies inside the cockpit. Artificial intelligence now works alongside the pilot, helping process threats, suggest actions, and reduce the mental overload during high-speed combat. It's like having a second brain in the air, one that never blinks. And then there's connectivity. The Gripen E isn't fighting alone. It's part of a network, sharing data in real time with other jets, drones, and ground systems. Every movement, every threat, every opportunity is instantly visible. This level of sensor fusion gives pilots a full 360-degree view of the battlefield, turning chaos into clarity. And that's where the advantage becomes overwhelming. While older jets rely heavily on traditional radar, the Gripen E sees everything, faster, smarter, and more accurately. In the air, it's just as deadly. Its lightweight design and advanced flight controls allow it to outmaneuver even some of Russia's most capable fighters. Combine that agility with powerful electronic warfare systems and unmatched situational awareness, and you get a fighter that's not just hard to beat, it's hard to even engage. For decades, Russia held a dominant position in air power, developing aircraft like the Su-57 to stay ahead. But now, Sweden has stepped into the arena with a jet that doesn't just compete, it challenges that dominance head-on. And the message is clear: the balance of power in the skies is no longer guaranteed.
For years, the skies have been dominated by giants like America's F-22 and F-35, machines built for stealth, power, and absolute control. Russia answered with the Su-57, a fighter designed to challenge that dominance head-on. But now, from an unexpected corner of the world, Sweden is stepping into that elite arena, and it's turning heads. The Gripen E may not carry the same global hype, but what it brings is something far more dangerous: smart design, adaptability, and relentless efficiency. With advanced radar jamming capabilities, this jet has the potential to disrupt even the most sophisticated air-to-vent systems. Its low radar signature makes it extremely difficult for systems like the S-400 and S-500 to detect. And when you combine that with its agility, it becomes a serious threat, even against aircraft like the Su-57 in close combat. But what's really catching attention right now is something new, something unexpected. Recent sightings of a Gripen E prototype reveal a major design shift, a larger, more trapezoidal wing replacing the classic cropped delta shape. Saab hasn't officially made a big announcement, but the change is real and it's significant. Aviation experts are already drawing comparisons to Sweden's older Viggen fighter, known for its unique double delta wing design. This isn't just cosmetic. By modifying the trailing edge and enlarging the control surfaces, Saab has effectively increased the wing area without starting from scratch. That means more lift, better performance, and most importantly, the ability to carry heavier and more complex weapon loads. Of course, changes like this don't come easy. Expanding the wing meant reworking the flight control systems to maintain stability and precision. Saab engineers had to fine-tune everything, from software to aerodynamics. And according to Saab leadership, this upgrade was planned long before anyone saw it in the air. Using advanced digital design tools, they tested the concept early, confirmed its advantages, and quietly integrated it into the aircraft. By 2021, the first Gripen E with this new configuration was already flying, proving the design worked exactly as intended. This is where Sweden's real strength shows. The Gripen isn't a static machine, it's built to evolve. Saab has designed it to accept upgrades quickly, efficiently, and without massive cost. Some improvements are visible, like the new wing. Others remain hidden. Software updates, sensor enhancements, electronic warfare upgrades, all constantly pushing the jet forward. The result is a fighter that doesn't just keep up with modern warfare, it adapts to it in real time. And today, that evolution is already underway. With operational Gripen E jets flying in both Sweden and Brazil, this aircraft is no longer just a concept, it's a growing force. A fighter that blends stealth, intelligence, agility, and cost efficiency into one lethal package. While the world focuses on the usual superpowers, Sweden is quietly building something different, something smarter. And if this pace of innovation continues, the Gripen E might not just compete with the world's best, it might redefine what air superiority really means.
Sweden isn't just building a fighter jet, it's building an advantage that keeps growing with every upgrade. With Brazil already on board and production lines actively rolling, the Gripen E is no longer a future concept, it's a reality taking shape. And now, with the new wing design officially becoming standard across all production models, this aircraft is stepping into a whole new level of capability. This upgrade isn't just about looks, it's about power. More wing area means more payload, and more payload means more options in combat. The Gripen E can already carry a serious punch, anti-ship missiles, air-to-air weapons, precision-guided bombs, but now it can carry even more with greater efficiency and flexibility. That turns this jet into a true multi-role powerhouse, capable of adapting to any mission thrown its way. But here's where it gets even more interesting. This isn't just about carrying more weapons, it's about how the aircraft performs while carrying them. The redesigned wing improves lift, especially at lower speeds, giving pilots better control in the moments that matter most: tight turns, dogfights, takeoffs, and landings under heavy load. The larger control surfaces sharpen pitch and roll response, making the jet feel more stable, more responsive, and ultimately more dangerous in close-range combat. Even fully loaded with fuel and weapons, the Gripen E remains agile, something many heavier fighters struggle to maintain. And this upgrade didn't happen by accident. Saab had been exploring this concept for years using advanced digital design tools, quietly testing and refining it until the moment was right. By 2021, the modified Gripen E was already flying, proving that the design worked exactly as planned. It's a perfect example of Sweden's approach: constant evolution without massive cost or delay. The Gripen isn't built once and left behind. It's designed to grow, adapt, and improve continuously. What makes this even more significant is the timing. With rising tensions in Europe and increasing pressure from Russian military activity, Sweden is strengthening its air power like never before.
By keeping its older Gripen CD fleet active while introducing around 60 next-generation Gripen E fighters, Sweden is creating a layered, flexible defense system ready for modern conflict. And now, with NATO alignment in the mix, the Gripen E becomes even more relevant on the global stage. Interestingly, similar ideas have been tested elsewhere. The Eurofighter Typhoon explored aerodynamic upgrades to improve payload and agility, but those changes never fully made it into operational fleets. Sweden, on the other hand, has already taken the leap, making this new wing design a standard feature, not just an experiment. That's the difference. While others test, Sweden implements. Now, all eyes are on what happens next. As Sweden and Brazil begin operating these upgraded jets in real-world conditions, the true impact of this design will be revealed. But one thing is already clear: the Gripen E isn't standing still. It's evolving, adapting, and quietly becoming one of the most versatile and dangerous fighters in the sky. And in a world where air superiority can shift overnight, that kind of adaptability might be the ultimate weapon.
What makes this upgrade truly powerful is how something as subtle as a wing redesign can completely transform performance. The Gripen E's new wing wasn't built just for better low-speed handling, but that's exactly where it becomes a game-changer. In tight dogfights, during tricky landings, or when carrying heavy weapons, this added control and stability can mean the difference between winning and losing. It proves a simple truth about modern air combat: small engineering changes can deliver massive battlefield advantages. Now, the real question is, how does the Gripen E stack up against one of the most proven fighters ever built, the F-16, especially in a real-world conflict like Ukraine? And the answer is fascinating. The war has shown that adaptability is everything. Weapons need to work across different platforms, and this is where the Gripen shines. Western cruise missiles and advanced systems are far easier to integrate into the Gripen compared to older Soviet-era jets like the MiG-29 or Su-27. The Gripen E was built for this kind of flexibility from day one. It comes loaded with advanced avionics, powerful electronic warfare systems, and full NATO compatibility. It can share data in real time, launch electronic attacks, and defend itself against modern threats, all while operating in highly contested environments. But one of its biggest advantages is something often overlooked: simplicity. The Gripen can operate from rough runways, even highways, with minimal ground support. That means faster deployment, quicker turnaround, and less vulnerability. Now, compare that to the F-16. It's a legend, a battle-tested workhorse that's been dominating skies since the late 1970s. Fast, agile, and incredibly versatile, the F-16 has evolved over decades with upgraded radar, avionics, and weapons. It can hit speeds above Mach 2, reach high altitudes, and deliver precision strikes with deadly accuracy. Its cockpit design gives pilots excellent visibility, and its fly-by-wire system makes it incredibly responsive. But there's a catch. The F-16 is demanding. It requires extensive maintenance, well-prepared airbases, and highly trained crews. Pilot training alone can take months, and building the support infrastructure is no small task. That's exactly the challenge Ukraine is facing right now. While F-16s will boost capability, getting them fully operational takes time that isn't always available in active conflict. And that's where the Gripen changes the equation. Lower maintenance, faster turnaround, easier integration. It's built for real-world conditions where resources are limited and pressure is high. It's not just about performance in the air, it's about survivability, sustainability, and staying in the fight longer. In the end, both aircraft are powerful in their own right. The F-16 brings decades of proven combat experience. The Gripen E brings modern innovation, flexibility, and efficiency. But in today's evolving battlefield, where speed, adaptability, and cost matter more than ever, Sweden's fighter might just have the edge. Thanks for watching. And while you're still here, click on the video on your screen.